Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pannonian Avars series here on Lord Mass channel as the Khunzakhal Khaganate, or the Khaganate of Carpathia, whichever you people want to call it, as per audience convenience. And this Khaganate is now entering into a brand new era. Yes, a new era under a new Khaganate. The Khagan, I should say. I'm just trying to find the correct words. This Khagan is going to lead this country into a new era of prosperity, we can hope. But it'll be a challenge still, as we know that there might be some dangerous factors, be it liberty or Avar Tengrist remnants. But nevertheless, it is now the rule of Khagan Organa of the Khunzakhal Khaganate, in which he spent some time as a warlike courtier, which he knows a little bit of martial and prowess, even though he's already a great fighter in his own right. Yes, but as good as a fighter as he is not a good military commander, so there's no need for that. He has education trait for stewardship. It's fortune builder, which he possesses a keen sense for all matters relating to stewardship and its administrative force to be reckoned with. He is honest, which is a virtue for Orthodox Christianity. He is also humble, but however he's a bit arbitrary too, which he does his own thing and has little regard for others, which lowers his stewardship a bit, but it does increase his intrigue, though still lacking, and also a bit of learning down. But he gets less stress gain and a bit natural dread, which means due to him being arbitrary, he'll be somewhat dreaded, so that way those vassals who are easily intimidated will fall in line with him. And just to say things like, hey, we're going to do things my way, alright? We're going to do things my way for us to enrich the country, develop, and make this Khaganate strong. There is no reason to expand anywhere yet. We must focus on ourselves and ourselves only to lead us towards riches. And speaking of riches, that will be his lifestyle focus. Because he's a genius, we'll just give it that a moment. The perks he already has is related to the architect tree. So already has cutting cornerstones, which the building cost reduction is reduced by -5, which makes it slightly cheaper. Also a taxman, which it collects taxes effectiveness. A defensive measure, which every single fort, at least that he owns, will have a bit more defenses, as well as the garrison. And organized muster rolls, which will have a 100% levy reinforcement rate. This would be ideal as well. And as well as for that. Sounds like a good idea, but the main issue with that is, as great as the Khaganate is, but you could say we are strong militarily, but economically we are weak. And whenever we wage wars, especially expeditionary wars, we'd be in trouble. Not only both external, but internal as well. Should there be any form of violence and all that. But still, we must lead our country to prosperity, and prosperity we shall have. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on the architect tree, because I kind of like this idea of try to get all the way to architect to lower the building construction cost and time, especially in the future, in a couple of years during my rule, that we will build cities and temples all over the country to ensure there'll be more taxation that will go to the crown. So the focus shall be wealth. I don't need more stewardship increase. So you'll be getting 40 a month because you are a genius in addition to being a fortune builder. So I might start seeing any wealth-related events in the meantime too. And of course, concurrently converting all of this to Orthodox Christianity, getting rid of the old faith. And as you can see now, we're starting to make a little bit of money, but not all. And you want to forge a goblet? We'll give it another try. Even though my father spent that money, but now you get to work on it again. And plus, now that we're at this royal court, since this is my very first day, we're also gonna hold a court here. So, let's bring in the petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some are lining in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber has ceased. All faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count till all three petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Gesture for the first in line to approach. Come on in. Let me take a drink. A peasant steps forward, carrying a petition. My liege, I come here as a representative of the Slovenes from the city of Miskolc. The peasant briefly pauses in his speech. Are pleased to see the important monument of our culture restored was ignored by the mayor. He is actively hindering us from rebuilding. My liege, please allow me to explain, Levertam interjects in panic. This monument makes a mockery of our culture. It depicts Avars as monsters. Surely you could see why I would oppose the restoration of such a hateful monument. You are an honest, forgiving man, whereas for you are deceitful. Ooh. I'll just say, give your formal approval for the restoration, so every Slovene county within the country will have pleased peasants, and the cultural acceptance between them and us reduced by 10. But then again, they're nice people. They're an egalitarian kind. The ravages of peace. The next petitioner is an extremely angry Count Mutimir of Shairish, with a briefest efforts shown. Count Mutimir relays that some of my knights, led by Sandil, have passed through the county of Shairish recently. They have looted, pillaged, and despoiled the villages and farms of Shairish. It's an absolute travesty, my Khagan. I will not stand for it, declares Count Mutimir. What shall I do? Well, great. It's you two guys. It doesn't matter because the pillage and burn that's occurred there. But I will say that I could pay, or say, hey, return to the plunder, in which I would lose some of that stress, which I don't have any at the moment. So that way I don't have to pay him. How much money do you have? Oh yeah, plenty. You must return your plunder, Sunday. Thank you very much. A shadow in the night. The man who approaches my throne is clearly a commoner. My lord, he begins speech. I represent the local community of Visegrad. In the last few months, our cemetery has been plagued with the disappearance of bodies. All but dug up and left to no trace. At first, we feared wild animals, or obscure powers of work. But then your own court physician Khatun was caught red-handed hauling the dead away for experience. Please put a stop to this blasphemy. Yipe. I'll just say, hey, Khatun, just cut it off. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow him out of the room. I have a business to attend elsewhere. Others remain, talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings is dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. My business here is done. Now, what else? Since we're only making very little money, despite the fact everything is fully reinforced, that means all these vassals here, they need to start pleasing. They need to be pleased in order to start paying their taxes towards me again. So, see who we could put on the council. Now, who wants to be on the council, regardless of skill? Even if you are poor at your jobs, well, we'll give them to you. You'll do. An ambitious man you are. But nevertheless, I'll give it to you. Which means you're going to be the first person that I'll have to sway for a little while. Just to make damn sure. Anyone else who wants this job? You'll have to do. As good as you are, you're only a knight. He's going to be around for a long time. And yes, it's time to get married as I'm 29 years old. I've punished troublemakers for the time being. I'm about to turn 30, so yes, it's high time to get married. But I am looking for someone with inheritable traits. At a young age too. Well, I don't know about the age, because you know how much children you'll be having. I think what you should be more concerned about is sum of all skills. Because bearing in mind, as much as I'm good with most things, but the intrigue is what's lacking. So I would prefer to marry somebody who's got pretty high intrigue. Yeah, you pretty much get it, okay. Oh. I mean, I'm a genius. She's a genius. Would it be great to have a line of genius children? She is a Greek Catholic, not Greek Orthodox. I'll take the prestige hit, but we'll definitely have genius or intelligent children by a lot. And I'm not looking for any marriage alliances with any other country. Just only with the one with a very good inheritable trait. So we can have a line of genius children. And all that, and more. With the passing of my father, Khagan, the responsibility to lead a vast Khaganate now falls upon my shoulders. I stand before my vassals, I adjust my new crown, maintain eye contact, all the things that I will accomplish. Long live the Khagan. Someone finished business. Dajvak, my courtier, ask for a word against the tumult of succession. My lord, before his passing, Khagan commissioned my work. I was in the middle of forging a goblet for him. The work has already begun. It would be a shame not to complete it. The work will continue, by God. Duke Kubad and Duke Basarab are among the most powerful vassals of my realm. I'll never know how to keep them happy, so they don't go around stirring trouble. Perhaps flattery is the way to go. Anyone would be pleased if something have made in their name, wouldn't they? And I just have the right thing in the making. I should let my beneficiary know that I am dedicating his masterpiece to my trustworthy vassals and advisors. Then again, it is my artifact, so maybe I should just... You like me? You like me just fine. And plus, you're a powerful vassal as you are many things. And you're a powerful vassal too, as you are my chancellor. But I'll just say, nah, after all, why not? To myself. Boosting my own ego here, but you can lose that any given time. Oh, check that dangerous faction. They may send an ultimatum, but they'll soon make a mistake. With my marriage to Khatun Ilyana, the realm expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. It is well within my right to collect the royal aid duty as part of this. Some may consider it tasteful to levy an extra tax during the time of jubilation. You can always get prestige by holding feasts and hunts. But since I'm a greedy bastard, I ain't greedy, don't have the greedy trait, but just take the money anyway. They'll soon be spent. This is what I mean. My hunters have captured this stag alive, and His Grace and Majesty reminded me of you. Please accept it as a token of our everlasting friendship. This is my brother, the newest Khan of Wallachia, and he's a friend, so he'll never oppose me. Let it roam in the gardens. That makes it very good. Voice of reason. Another council meeting, another conflict. Spy Master Tima and Marshal Kutriga are arguing violently about the training regimen of the troops. As Khagan, I could silence them with a single word, but I have a better idea. My diplomatic pursuits are giving me insight on how to handle situations like these to please everyone. Oh, hell. Help me out with this. Find a compromise that'll make everyone happy. That I could arrange a good compromise, or arrange a great compromise, and I'll get the weak hooks on both of them. I arrange a good compromise. Okay then. Like to learn your language. Don't forget about the important languages here. And you can learn another language at the same time too, so... What's the other important language? That is majority realm. That people need to know. And they're still around. They speak Serbo-Croatian. Srpsko-Hrvatski. Like to learn that as well, but don't worry about Duke Tima. I'll learn two at the same time. I just remembered something else. Byzantium. Ah, crud, she's back in power. This is what I feared. But do not worry, Nicoletta is still Orthodox. She's still the owner of Constantinople. As long as we have the cultural fascination progress, which is the main reason why we have that in the first place, things will be fine. I do not like this. So she's back in power. As much as I would have liked to get rid of her, but no. What good would that do? Again, I feel sorry. One day, this country shall return to orthodoxy. Catholicism cannot prosper here. But worry about the here and now. And Carver's Guilds is what we're building on these cities. You forgot one. But hey, they give you little taxes. Same for here. Take that off. Where's the abacus? Ah, here it is. This gives you a little more monthly lifestyle experience. Get that repaired. Since we're going to be around long to use it. And that too. Still using that old blessed fine mace that was once, blessed by the shamans. If I ever get a much better weapon than this one of these days, I'm gonna turn that thing into a pedestal item. Just to show that we're proud of our past. Duchess Mala. Come on in. Patiently on the throne for the arrival of Duchess Mala soon announced and ushered before me. She kneels in deference, offered nothing but her oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the Khaganate. At last I bid the Duchess arise, confirming my satisfaction and Mala's rights and lands as rules of my state. Serve me well. At least buildings are cheaper. But not cheap enough. Baseline will be reached in 18 months. Soon it'll be up to 6. Don't want to decrease any of the amenities. As much as little money we make now, but do not worry. Do not worry, we'll start improving things around here. Oh, and also I finally noticed that this is how my wife sits on the throne. On her knees, on the cushion. Whereas I just sit there in my comfort. In this fancy throne that was made. And, and I don't have to, squat and sit down on my throne. But anyways, what is it? It's my role architect Duke Lev of Bukovina. My vassal Duke Lev certainly takes their duties as royal architect seriously. Is passionate to be with my steward, Multimir, dominates her. Yes, precisely, Lev exclaims. The ruins there are rife with cut stone that could easily be transferred to the Khagan's castle at Borsod. Multimir rubs chin doubtfully. Still, it sounds like a lot of work. And the locals who use those materials won't like it. Lev rolls his eyes at this reasonable rebuttal is cut off by my patriarch. A nearby church at Ketskamet is in dire need of expansion of damn schools. That's where the rubble should go. Well, I was building a building, but hunters' lodges? Or I should go to there, or just say, leave those tired assholes to the communists. I don't need to, spend the money. Money's gonna go elsewhere. Love to hold more land for myself. One of these days. New forge. My beneficiary dead. He approaches me with a frown, burnt eyebrows, and some bent metal. My lord, I mean no disrespect, but this forge of yours, let's just say if you want a goblet to be all elegant, you're gonna have to invest in a new one. Of course, whatever you need. Now, this artifact that will be produced will be of much higher quality, and I will gain a new forge for 5 years. You got it. At least those populists have calmed down. And of course, we gotta get back to that old scholarship focus. I didn't remember impregnating you. If I did, then I must have missed it, but... Praise Saint Bridget. Give birth to a perfect little son. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. What name would befit? The real question is, are you a genius? Yes, he is. But honestly, there's got to be a mod out there that one of these days I gotta find, which is similar to what I did in my old CK2 series, where you delay the genetic traits, so you know for certain what genetic traits that he may or may not pick up. I'm sure it's out there, it's just I need to find it. For the next series, maybe. Think of a name that would catch my fancy. Chrome. Remember that old Bulgar who took the head of the old whatchamacallit vassals? Yeah. Chrome. Huh. That's a name that would stoke fear into some people. If only we had our own skull cup. Over here, my lord. My beneficiary, Ashgavaki, weighs me over a wide grin. I have toiled many days and nights, and my work is finally done. He presents me with an object wrapped in cloth. As I lift the frag, my eyes grow wide. His ceremonial goblet, very fine craftsmanship. It is made of brass with garnet inserts. Produces less tyranny, but a little bit of court grandeur. It's a masterwork. Pedestal item. This is lovely. Put that in your court. Here it is. Have a look. If you can even get the view like that. Huh. Right. It's level 6 now, so you can have this ability. It is now ranked 5th in the world. Am I gonna be that kind of guy? Yeah. Just asking for gold so I can spend it for future construction projects. I've considered your plight and decided to grant your request. May these funds help you spread the true faith in your lands. I'll use this wealth wisely. Yeah, right. But please remember, should you ever go to war, think about that monthly maintenance you'll be having. That's going to be an issue. Just doing some thinking in my head. Also about to get ready. About to learn Srpsko Hrvatski, Serbo-Croatian. Again, that domain limits now. So much so that I can, you know, that I can, there's words for it. Hold another duchy for myself. I could do that. Alright. Send it to him. Respect. Somebody wants to kill my aunt. Now, who would want to kill this? Oh, there are agents out there. Who dares wants to come up with independence? Wait, you started this, and I suggest that you better calm down. Because I'm about to address this to you. Send a letter in this language, so you can have a little more respect, and hopefully he'll drop that faction against me. If not, then we're gonna have a stern talking to. Yes? Inspired person. He wants to forge regalia. Oh, I would love to have regalia. A new one, anyhow. Because, you see, 1 second. As good as this one is, because we stole it off of someone else, then, love to have new regalia. You got it, my friend. This is Iramaya. Come on in. Get to work on it. And if I feel like I don't particularly like it much, then I'll put it as a pedestal. Somewhere. One of those display items. Professional workforce. This is just to reduce the building and construction time, especially building holdings whenever we build new cities and temples, if you can afford it. Now it's going to take far less time to get things done. No longer my court tutor. My old mama. What do we got here? Courtier's gone. Why would you honor that coward Pex with the position accorded not me? My beneficiary, Jeremiah is livid. He apparently said that honor would befall him and no one else. Really? Oh, come off it. I'll say that because I am not going to pay that man to be my personal champion. You're here to make an artifact, and you can get out of here. By God, man, leave me alone. The peaceful atmosphere is shattered by erratic yelling as he storms the courtyard. As the quickly falls, but stops when he sees me. My liege, please talk some sense to Jeremiah. I'm trying to help him have some experience that may improve his work. Oh, hell. Okay. I doubt this will work. Convince to listen to him. And if he refuses to listen, we're gonna be rivals. And we're gonna have issues. He listens. Good. He ought to be well behaved for this. So, hey, again, is there anyone special, my lord? You must spread my irritation as such a personal question on my face because he continues. I mean, is there anyone you wish to dedicate the commission artifact to? Is turning out well. A meaningful inscription will make it feel even more personal. Hey, there's no need for dedication. Dismiss hook interaction. Spy mask under discovered. Certain that Mayor Buza is scheming against my aunt. What the hell, man? Sadistic, vengeful man. You are a terrible person. Off to jail with you. pay the money as penalty. Off you go. Now don't do that again. My friend Krovat stops me down in the hall with a beaming smile. Ah, there you are, Organa. I've just spoken to Jeremiah. I heard he's forging a regalia for you. I couldn't resist a visit to his shop. I talked to him about meet your expectations, and I think you'll like the results. Oh, thanks, Krovat. He's a food taster, a monk, and a friend. Slightly higher quality and slightly higher quality again. This must be good. Regarding development. Six for now, we left it at 10. Crop fields are finished. Again, I'd love to hold this land for myself. But we can't do that now, can't we? Though there is a way. And that person's been around for a while. Feeling melancholy about growing older? Hey, find some secrets. If there's anything that is considered criminal, we could just throw her in prison, make her feel bad, make her look bad, and hopefully there'll be a chance to get her rebelled, take those titles off of her, and then I hold the land for myself. For more money and development. Yes! That's the way it's gonna be. Alright. He presents me the object wrapped in cloth as I lift the fabric, my eyes grow wide. An opening regalia set with excellent craftsmanship. It consists of electrum scepter set with pieces of sapphire, a sun cloak that's been embroidered with gold thread, and an electrum cross-bearing orb. This is lovely. Wow. Hang on here. Compare that to the old one. Hildegard's regalia. Here. This is prestige 0.2 a month, prestige 0.08 a month, prestige per night, spell spinning up. Compare that to this, which has same piety gain, but not as much prestige gain, but powerful vassal counselor tax contribution +3, give you more money. Not to mention the fertility. But you know, I like this one too, but you know what? Put that to use. And as for this old one, reforge it into a pedestal item, which you'll have all these effects. As I said, I like this, so get that reforged. Put him here. Yeah, I know you can't really see it, but there is a mod of a free cam thing, but it's not the... Need another banner. If we could get if we get another inspired person over, then maybe we shall do that. Until we get another inspired guy around, and if I see him forging a weapon, I would want that. And so that way, that old mace should be a display item if it's better than that. mean, after all, we're a warlike court. Crop fields to hamlets. Increases tax, and this county have a little more holding tax. Get that to work. Anything? A strong hook, really? Okay, blackmailer. Okay, so there you have it. You know what that means. Yeah, strong hook is one thing, but that's not the one I'm looking for. I kept thinking to myself, did I really impregnate you? Because I probably didn't see the notifications. Now here's the genius daughter. Akko. Sounds like an interesting name. Who still wants to kill my aunt? What harm has she done? Was it because of adultery in the past? Oh no, wait a minute. She's still a Tangrist. Oh, never mind that. Let's see. I like how those Lords of the Sky are still here. What? I thought my brother ran the Khaganate. Brother, come here. How could you let this happen? Oh my goodness, they are really gonna go kill my aunt. I was hoping to, get this, but since there's gonna be a rebellion coming soon, I wouldn't mind, controlling these territories for myself. And after all, it's mainly Slovene, but it's still a rather Tigris, a small bit of orthodoxy there. You want that artifact? Giovanna's goblet? No. I will not part with my babies. Even if it's someone else's. That's the Chancellor. Blackmail them as well. Again, I gain a small bit of stress each time I do that. Here for work? I'm spending some time in town when I pass by a young man chopping some firewood. He seems a little slow, as he doesn't recognize that I'm a person of some importance when he examines me and looks at my guards. Here for work, he asks, because he clearly mistaken me for some fellow commoner. If you're looking to make some gold, go get that axe and bring me all the wood you can chop. The townspeople always need a firewood to use in their hearths. It's late winter. Yeah, some exercise won't hurt. Where's the axe? I know what perk I'm gonna pick up next, and this is gonna slightly interrupt the little time regarding the architect thing. While I come to expect mischief from my son in our room, his creativity keeps him on toes. When it is not a prank, it's a brawl. A disgruntled tuner or Gray's knees from an adventure gone wrong. Never a dull moment. A rowdy one. As much as I would like to have this. But go for golden obligations. Use those hooks to demand payment. Another way to get money. That sounds like a good idea. That's the reason why I said I'm kind of hesitant about going wars for whatever reason, but monthly income while at war, that will help. And I know one man. Hey, pay some money. It's a small number, but it'll do. But keep looking. More secrets. Inheritance. Wait a minute. Thessalonica. What the? Kingdom of Thessalonica. Despotate of Thessalonica. Peasant leader. What? Conquered by populace revolt. So the populace was so large that Byzantium couldn't handle it. Princess Nicoletta's claim. Yes! She's coming back to take our throne. Yes! Win! Please! Oh my goodness, what's going on out there? There's so many independent states. Even in Anatolia, the Emirate of Cappadocia. They are breaking away from that empire. Arabian Empire has fallen apart. Even Egypt became independent. I don't think so. I think they were always independent. Now that's been thought of. Right. And a Grand Emirate of Crete. Has that been around for a while? Yeah, they created it some couple of years ago. And Bulgaria and Serbia have split away because they hold too many kingdom titles and all that. Glad that we are an empire, and a stable one at that. Well, that won't happen soon. Yeah, you hate my guts now. Solace and Script. The latest work of my acquaintance Duke Ivitamil, who is Bulgarian, they call him the linguist, has become all the rage at the court as like the piece deals with feelings of sorrow and loss, and Ivitamil publicly dedicated to him. Sadness and rainy nights. How cruel a mistress is random chance, to cast him aside with nary a glance, alone, bereft, without that sweet man, we wander, wondering, where hurt began. So far I cut my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore for much longer. I don't know how I quite feel about this. Oh, Rickley, the Poland's mocked. Oh, I'm sure he's going to be so angry that he wants to join that Liberty faction as well to get back at me. The real question is he? Because if he does join, I would laugh a bit and be horrified at the same time. So you are the Duke of Box. Not a member of any faction. Come on in. Pledge your submission. Serve me well. Court grandeur is now level 7. If you were to maintain the level of 7. Oh my goodness. Those bastards did it. Whoever killed my aunt shall pay dearly. This is temporary, but he often guardianship accepted for vassals plus 20. A little more imprisoned chance and men at arms counter efficiency. After all, again, we're warlike. So we are. Servant of the Horn Gun. As miles over the dark, I'm immediately overwhelmed by animus. Is someone watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, Organa? I set up suddenly completely awake. I look around for the source of the unfamiliar man's voice, but they're only shadows. The Horned God offers you his blessings. Will you accept it? Yeah, sure. So you're the one that revealed it to me. Very good. Certain kinds of edible berries from Borsod have gained a positive reputation around parts of the region for their supposed medicinal properties. They are being shipped out in greater numbers to neighboring areas as a result, bolstering the local economy. Very good. For as long as any county of the domain has the very good medicine county modifier, you will have access to the decision to buy valuable medicinal berries. So you can do that within the next 15 years. I'll do that later. First, we gotta deal with that Liberty faction first. And if I still have money left over after this potentially destructive conflict, I am going to go get some berries. Rise of the Normans. A group of Norse settlers hailing from Scandinavia have settled on the coast of northern France, making a new home for themselves there. Their leader, Duke Stein, decreed that his people shall adopt several local customs and traditions to ensuring they will thrive in the new land. Now, what does this mean for the region? Well, guess what? Normans exist. Except he lives deep in France and not... Oh, excuse me, he's over there. More vacant positions. We'll start putting them once we dealt with... Keep it up. My mother died and I inherited Pressed Orchard. Wow. In the name of my mother's memory. This is a trinket that you can keep. I don't think we need these Warn language manuals anymore, because our learn language scheme power is already powerful enough. Get this repaired. Oh, good God. That much? If you're the kind of person that wants all the fertility, then this is the book for you. Wasn't there another artifact that we have around here that increases a bit of stewardship skill? No, it's just this one. Well then. Instead, let's use this beautiful picture. I think it would be wise to have this. Fix it. Hey, you got money? No. You still might be of some use. Okay, swap schemes. And I'll let it happen, so we could go beat him up. That makes a little difference. If I want to be a commander, I used to be a warlike courtier in my time, but not it for me. No. Again, for later. Egads. You're not going to be around for long, but it'll have to do. As expected. Oh, in preparation of that upcoming war, recruited planes specialist. Alright, he's here. Forest fire and open terrain expert. Perfect. A perfect commander that can fight in the... No. Not as good as I thought I would, but he'll have to do. I'm sure we have better commanders. During the daily management of my realm, I've learned of several different opportunities I can pursue. Each opportunity has great potential, but realistically I can only pursue one of them. I must determine what would ultimately give me the most value. It's a tempting offer, but there's other ways to get money by any means. Book artifact. I'd like for a new one. I've heard rumors of a lost tome, rediscovered. So I will either get a very good book artifact or an uninteresting old book artifact. You gain a very good book artifact. Let me see. The Avar administration of the kingdom. Monthly stuff. All right. All right, move on over. Actually, no, that's a court artifact. Oh, give me a second. Never mind, put that back. It's a court artifact. Where to put it? Man, there's already an Avar book about books. And right next to it is the Avar Administration of the Kingdom. A beautiful manual of adequate advice and experience in profitability in running, and possibly not ruining a country. The cover is wood that's been painted to display a repeating image of a majestic bird. Monthly stewardship experience. Just what I need. Definitely just what I need. Hamlets constructed, so more income. Alright, too weak to send an ultimatum. Oh, is that so? Should manage royal guards, so that way can have a night effectiveness. Yes? Back of Shelley bonding. Our Khagan is truly generous, Agri. Just taste the spectacular fresh quail, he exclaims lyrically. Yes, indeed. Lord Organa is the most charming, much like a poached pear, she responds enthusiastically. It seems as if my spending on lavish meals have made new friendship blossom. I do have quite a bit of stress, so I'll just say, mind if I join you for some roast swan? The other alternatives, you want more renown or more prestige? But nah, just get rid of the stress. Oh, it's time to hold court for this day. Come on in. Contractual compromise. Duke Khunzakhal boldly steps forward, and without providing any context, proceeds in hushed tones. I have the ear of my fellow discontents. I'm sure I could persuade them to back down in exchange for some contractual amendments. Well, I know there's a faction around here. We can disband it so we can say, you know, I do want some of that territory, but I'll say, so you are plotting against me. Says him, but even though that causes a bit of tyranny. Or, alternatively, I'll say, you play a dangerous game, Duke. It's like I'm daring them. My lord, I regret to inform you that the religious situation in my lands is out of control. I try to make the subjects see the light of our true faith, but too many of them persist in wrong beliefs. I beg of you to use your authority and power to help me. I bet they need just a firm hand, the knight says with a dark smile. That's what he says there. That's for over there. But I'll say, Dometa makes some examples of some disbelievers. Harboring in exile. A new arrival came to my court. Is Juan Sune, an envoy from my new acquaintance, King Sigmund of Sweden. Khagan Organa. It's come to my attention, my liege, that you are harboring an individual of particular interest. Ragnar. Yeah, he's been around for a while. Has a legitimate claim to the chiefdom of Kexholm. He requests he demands a return to this arid subject of his. I sent to my council deliberates. What shall we do? Well, that man used to be married to my aunt. He's robust and he has a berserker. But he ain't what he used to be at that man's age. If he still had a lot of fight in him, he would have stuck around. Oh God. I never had an issue with my aunt. Just don't you know, two of my cousins? But I refuse to allow him to take Ragnar. You ain't having him. He's family. Honorary. Oh boy. To the loathsome Khagan Organa. I am deeply upset, Khagan Organa, by your interests, because in not considering my reasonable requests as conveyed by my envoys. Returning Ragnar to me was hardly an irrational demand, yet you proved yourself to be more reckless and spiteful than wise. The Khunzakhal Khaganate is surely doomed to a unanimous end, with such unworthy fools such as yourself on the throne. One can only hope that your successor does not take after you. What bitter words are these? Don't make me come over there. Should we ever have a rivalry war? Kurdish-Syria cultures. Interesting. Kurdo-Syriac. Iranian heritage. Aramaic language. Boy, they got a lot. Ah, here we go. This is the moment we've been waiting for. The time for you to recognize the ancient and inalienable rights of your vassals. Accept the demands of the Liberty faction or face our swords on the battlefield. I will not be threatened. They are inferior. Here goes my Chancellor and Marshal. Eugh, terrible. My Jester will have to do. He's an old Tengrist. An old man. An old man. And I need the best Chancellor for the job. For the time being. Go to neutral. Need to win her trust. Raise all armies, we have to deal with them. The enemy capital is over there. It's my steward, master of the hunt, master of the horse, and the jester. They're gonna take command of the army. Unfortunately, they have their best commander out there. So this will be a tough one. As long as they don't regroup. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues in the long run. So head down the box. I mean, he's leading an army out there. So head down to Vukovar as quick as you can. But I doubt we'll catch them, so it's likely they'll try to head for Box. Or even keep going on this side of the Danube, and they'll eventually reach Kladovo. Severe. There they are. Stop. If you can capture him, that'd be very good. Another genius daughter. Sorante. Got them all. Good start. After you deal with these armies, turn around and take the enemy capital in Smogy. And then I'll hold more land for myself to make some more money. Because look at this! That is ridiculous for the amount of raised armies that we have. That is severely costly. This is a reason why I was afraid to go to wars like these. We have to go for a war profiteer next. Just to try to reduce that when such things happen. We cannot afford long conflicts. Alright, to be fair, it's the, let me see. It's the cavalry is the reason why the extremely high monthly maintenance, especially when you're trying to reinforce them when you're in friendly territory. That's the main reason. Anything else? Actually. Never mind. At the Vox, and then after that, you'll head over there and try to put the end of the war as quickly as possible. We cannot last long out there. Ignore that call. They're fighting each other. Must have been a different issue entirely. Well, once they're done beating each other up, they'll take advantage of the situation. Ah! We captured their heir. Yes. We got her. Prisoner of war at the moment. Now we need to take their capital, and we'll get to work on an inspiration, have you? I could sponsor it, but that's too costly at the moment. We'll talk about it until the hostilities end. Captured many more of his men, but none of which are. She's in dungeon now. Put her under house arrest. She's important. We'll take this in 3 months. My court jester and commander. Laughter is the best medicine. Have you heard about the one about the Khagan and the Navigator? Oh, it goes like this, my gesture. Case amused happily. My face just flushed with tears and laughter running down my cheeks. Where does he get all those jokes from? He is hilarious. Perhaps it's time to get back to work, lest I die of laughter. There's a 1% chance I might die. But go on, tell it. Oh wow, look at this. Compare this to this. Less prowess, but this isn't as good. This other one. Avar Warhammer. You have a little advantage amount. It's a bit of prowess. Not as good as this. This war is a lesson why we cannot afford a war like this unless you reduce the size of its men at arms, such as reducing the cavalry force, especially the horse archers, to at least about 500. Scores kept to 50. So after you deal with this small army, then siege this area next. Unless you capture... Didn't capture him. Hey! Over here. So it's a civil war within a civil war. 99. There you go. It only took about 16 months. You people are grounded. You are definitely going to get your title revoked. I want some of that land. The entirety of it. So now they serve me as direct vassals. Well, you didn't rebel, so would be an act of tyranny if I were to do that. So it ain't your fault. Just pay up, and then we'll let you out. And the rest of you can rot. Oh, a little too much, though. Least our crop fields. This has 100% control. This is sexy because we recently besieged it. So get to work on it. It'll take you 3 years. Now, about those berries. Buy valuable medicinal berries. But first, not in vain. A bandit cartel has been terrorizing Smoria for a while now, and my forces stationed there have had trouble countering them effectively. Recently, one of the guard captains there was even assassinated by a spy worker of these criminals. It was meant to be a major blow to my troops, given this captain's charisma, diligence, and good relations with the local community. Yet, this had an opposite effect on what the bandits intended. The assassinated commander, beloved by many, has become a martyr. Thus, my troops, other local commanders, spurred on by bloodlust to avenge the captain and have redoubled their efforts to crush the bandit gang. Scores of bandits have been killed in the past few weeks, including many of their leaders, and their influence is greatly reduced, perhaps permanently. There were rumors that the spirit of the commander assisted them in the afterlife. We're trying to get things under control, so control growth is 0.3, 0.5, lost the vote. So I will honor the commander with the monument, even though that goes against my nature being arbitrary, but hey, sometimes you gotta do things. Now, this will get him back under control faster. Now we'll worry. The same parts of my realm is where the berries are said to have possessed various medicinal properties. I should buy some for myself. It'll cost you 25. Let's see it. Berries have been used in part of many cults since the dawn of time. They've been used as food, medicine, a source of dyes, and more. Very good. Let me take a drink. I have sent some of my servants to purchase some renowned berries of Aberania. Can these medicinal berries for a variety of purposes, and I could drink for various herbal teas made using these berries as a health tonic. Now, how many berries did I ask? Are swords to buy again? Cost may vary. Cost may vary. Get it? Now, anyways. For 3 years, this is a medium health boost. Or for 6 years. Or even for 9 years. Well, give me the 9 years. A large amount to last me a very long while. You could buy these again in 990 if you wish. In fact, put that as a note for future reference. Oh yeah, that person who's got inspiration. She wants to force more regalia? You got it. And for God's sakes, don't spend so much money. But at least with your newly acquired territories, at least there's plenty of that. But hey, it's got a city. I would love to help it develop. Get a guild hall. Oh, apparently, I knew it was up there, but Barania, that's down there. I didn't know this has good berries as well. Son of a beeswax. And you said you're not supposed to spend much money, but look where you are now. But at least, when you get things fully under control, you will do good. Ah, just do it. It'll be worth it in the long run. You'll make a good investment. You pacify the locals and everything. Just be happy that you have more land to yourself. Hey, I need money because I spent too much to my liking. Thank you very much, and I won't have to ask for you again. At the end of my spy master Timur's latest report, he paused for a moment. There's something you should know about your knight. That tells me secrets, it seems. Oh, a non-believer, eh? He's my brother-in-law. Thank you. She brings me a small box and presents me with a grin. As I open the gift, I expect a jewel, a ring, or a carving, but to my surprise, inside is a miniature throne. So small, only a mouse could sit upon it. The prototype for your new seat, my lord. I thought it would amuse you. A miniature throne. That gives me an idea. I'll hold on to this. Hey, Chrome. Oh, hold on. Before I give this to you, get these repaired. The toys repaired. Toys. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Prince Krum. I got the gift for you. 2 of them, in fact. One's a beautiful toy boat. And the other is this miniature throne. Miniature throne. Here you go. That'll add some prestige for you. See, I'm a man who cares of my children. I'm not some kind of cruel tyrant. My lord, the work on your precious artifacts proceeding very well. My beneficiary, Jada, seems to be in very good mood today. I'm not making any promise, but if I manage to produce such masterpiece, what idea would you like to guide my hand? Well, because of who I am, I'll just say to command respect from my underlings. My artifact may gain a dread or tyranny modifier. The tyranny reduction would be, say. Because I'm only gaining a little bit more dread, but that's only because that dread was up there because we revoked the titles off of people. Pay up, and you'll be set free. You know, screw it, every little bit helps. Investments in a long run. Remember that. Is the realm still orthodox? Nicoletta is back in charge. This is going to be Kira's last stand. And trust me when I tell you, if I make a fortune, like say 1,000 gold, I'll be sure to give a gift to you as compensation, because you need to get that empire back together. And take Anatolia back. Do it for the good Orthodox faith. In about a year, we will have city planning, so we're going to put a hold on building any more structures. And we will have start building cities. Starting with here, in Pest. The village of Pest will turn it to a city here. And this needs to have a temple, because it's missing one. That old godless villain. He doesn't hate me as much as he hated my father. Inspired person. Wants to forge a crown. Well, save up some money and I'll consider it. I'd like to have a new crown. This old one is starting to be a little... Oh, you know. Fickle Philip. I bumped into a very grave-looking shadow, my metalsmith. Hope she doesn't bring ill news of the splendid regalia you should have ready for me. Oh, there you are, my liege. I've hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My idea's gone around as pressure mounts. She laughs nervously. I just need some inspiration. Mighty Khagan. Might you have some prior examples I could examine? Good God. I'll just say to the Great Hall, we're bound to find something out. The quality or progress of inspiration may be improved. Out with the old. I superchair around my Great Hall, taking pride in its luxury and various displays of riches. Khatun, you know, the giant woman here, as you can obviously see, insisted on coming in and watch us from above, wincing every time an object is improperly handled or misidentified. And also pauses to awestruck examining Khagan Organa's regalia. Ah, very fine village. Could I use its jewel? I mean, I thought this one is good, but can you make it better? Can you? will be of much higher quality rather than slightly. This thing will be destroyed. Well, it better be better. Okay, this big, beautiful regalia is a fine craftsmanship. It consists of a land scepter with pieces of jet, wool cloak that's been embroidered with silk thread, and laden cross-bearing ore. Prestige per dread. It reduces the fertility, but I don't get the tax contribution for powerful vassals. But I'll say this is lovely. Well, put it on then. Oh, there goes my gesture. There goes my source of entertainment. Not to mention he was my marshal. Here you go, you get to be the marshal. This will definitely help. Again, I tend to be an architect, and Avars is a little later. There you go, here's a little development that'll go. And soon we plan on building a new city here. And of course, it'll cost you quite some of money. 380 to be exact. And we'll soon have city planning soon. This is the reason why I've not spent on grand feasts or going on. But I still might consider going on a pilgrimage if I'm in the need of more. Let's see. Has formed the Khagan culture. Is that how the Khagan culture was born? Because the merger of Karluks in 9 months? Could be wrong, but you know, anything goes with this game. Alright. Serve me well. There you go, you got city planning now. Public works is the next thing we expose of. It'll take you 32 years, but we need 2 more. 17 years to get this. And 1 more of that, then we'll finally be in early medieval. Although considerably way late. But that happens because you're playing at an area like this. Now this one will definitely help you with the max of existing development penalty at 20. Think. Don't you know Dacian Vulgar is an important language that you must learn because they are the largest minority in the Khaganate? Are you willing to pay all that money? And I'm sure you'll be forgiven of crimes. One can only hope. Now let's spend it on a new city here. It'll take you 4 years. Yeah, I know. You want to forge a crown. But what I would like to have is another court artifact that would be for this large wall ornament up there. Because I have one there on this side, another there. And I'd like to have something for this one. Both hamlets constructed, so there you go. Again, I'd like to have a wall hanging. But you own plenty of furniture. A few books, a galleon, or weapons. As I said, I need a wall hanging. That Bulgarsko dynasty banner isn't gonna do. So I just need of something. And I'll be willing to spend that. You know what, do so. Let's have a fine tapestry for my hall. Please wait your turn. Because I would hate to ask my patriarch, the ecumenical patriarch, to give me more money. I don't think I ever imagined you having intrigue, but don't convert to faith. This will have to do. Since she's into the big intrigue business. Oh, and guess what? She's pregnant, and they didn't tell me. Either that or I'm just not paying attention since I'm just deep into this whole thing with holding courts. A couple of other things. More land to myself. Now the Khunzakhal dynasty is significant. Another reason why to have a banner. Renown increase. Possibly. Oh no, you're not the... You're the one that ain't going anywhere. By right. My vassal informed me that the county of Khaganate states none but the Khagan may be its protector. Normally such an archaic law would be dismissed, but it offers me a unique chance to put Duchess Gundes, my vassal, current ruler of the county, in her place. She can keep the title by my grace. Unfortunately, she's a damned zealot. And Jonah's gonna remain that way. As much as I'd like to get money off of that. At least you still got plenty. Oh, crap! Oh, I just hit something. Yeah. Anyways. Oh boy. Suffer course. No, gotta work harder. Study more. Popular figurehead. So you can have an increased Popular opinion for all the counties that you own. So there'll be no peasant rebellions against you. And then soon we'll have divided attention, which gives me more domain limit, meaning more land for myself if I wish to. Yet another genius daughter. Tora. It's a good thing I only have one son for this one. I will end this episode as soon as this weave inspiration weave is gonna be finished. It's finished. But you're gonna save your money to build a guild hall in Pest. Time disappears as Ustina's weavery. Drinking wine is excited as disgust. The tapestry is weaving for me. Am I imagining things or it's indescribable tension? I mean, she's a few years younger than me. She's a tad bit gritty. My mind wanders, absorbing the subtle quirks of her body. Her laughing lips, I place my hand on hers. The thread drops from her trembling fingers. I gaze longingly into those beautiful eyes. In her eye, I find the same desperate passion. She falls in my warm embrace. No! I can't. Adultery's a sin. Don't do it. You know what happens to adulterers. They go to prison. Unless you're a man. But certainly to women. And she is a woman. And I'm a man. Them's the rules. So said whoever came up with this idea of a neighbor. A Christian faith and all that. Compared to the old faith. Oh, speaking of the old faith, I forgot. Keep it up the good work. Till the day you pass. This is ridiculous, Cartoon protests. As the keeper of the Khagan's personal collection, I have a responsibility to ensure the quality of work. Oh, you'll see once it's finished, she retorts. You should leave a woman at work when she is weaving something that captures nature's beauty fit for royalty. Cartoon will ensure its qualities. So this could be either higher or lower, or just say, hey, stick to your own duties. You may be big, but stick to your own damn business, will ya? I care less about the quality. I just want stuff on my wall. That's all. Almost done. As soon as it's finished, then we'll end the episode on that note. Oh, guess we can do this little thing as it's about to be finished. Possession court. Oh, it's 3 people. Pelagia's condition is equally mysterious and frightening. According to Patriarch Vitam, a dark being inhabits her body and occasionally manifests itself with uncontrollable power. However, the frequency and intensity of these episodes is causing increasing alarm among my devoted courtiers. He fears that the evil presence will take over and spread chaos and death among us. Cartoon assures me that Pelagia has never been dangerous. But my courtier says that something has to be done. Are you sure she's possessed? Yep. That's your concern? She's just a tad bit paranoid, that's all. She's from a famous family. Different, Nicoletta. Yeah! The power of this holy object will save her. My chess set. Hopefully it ought to work. The chest set. What is the matter with you? In here, my lord. My beneficiary Ustina gestures to the door of her weavery where she's been toiling for months on my commission. Stepping through the doorway, I gasp as I gaze upon the work hanging in front of me. A large wool tapestry of fine craftsmanship. A beautiful garden depicted on the cloth. The grass is green. The flowers grow colorful and luxuriant. Trees laden with fruit seem to reach the sky. This is lovely. Put that in. As much as I would like to put my dynasty symbols right behind me, right above me, but no, put this on. Shorter reign duration, let me see, and court grandeur bonus. It'll do. Oh, get a look at this, son. Even though you won't see all of it, but you can see some of that depiction right above me. Yeah, you can see it now. Now you can have a closer look. It does look like Orthodox Christianity design. Greek Orthodox artwork, that sort of thing. It's just an Avar tapestry, bearing in mind. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll close the episode on that note. It's gone long, but hey. But at least in this next episode, we will try to get a little closer to this and one more innovation, and then we'll finally be in the early medieval era, which I guess it'll be just above the year 1000. But I guess I'll tell you what. After I get these two, switch on over and go for this. So we can have a slightly faster fascination progress so we can get on with this. So we can enter into the early medieval era and things will improve for the whole realm and all. And not to fight any wars, but to continued peace and prosperity around here. But until the next episode, so long for now.